Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Hope you all are safe at your place. As we have completed our previous chapter, so it's time for the next chapter, and today we'll start with our chapter number 10, Motion and Measurement of Distances. So, let's begin. So have you ever seen your mother preparing dish? Any dish? So what she do? She just take the ingredients and put in spices, ingredients, anything, and she put in that dish without measuring. She just make a guess that this much is enough and this much is enough in spices. All the spices she just add by guessing. But does she do the same thing when she buy vegetables from the market? She just see this, she pick the fruits and say it's okay 1 kg. No, she just wait that she told the this vegetable seller, fruit seller, to weigh the things. Yes or no? And that is what, that is measurement, means fixed quantity. Fixed quantity of something is measurement. We are measuring the things for the fixed quantity. But when we are guessing the things, that's not a measurement. It is just guessing. Have you ever seen cloth sellers? They sell cloth by measuring like this. They use a long meter scale, that is of 1 meter, that is 100 centimeter. They use that meter scale for measuring the length of the cloth. Okay, so that is what, that is measurement. So the question is, what is measurement? So measurement is the method of comparing an unknown quantity with the known fixed quantity of the same kind. As we said, when we buy vegetables or fruits, we use 1 kg as a standard unit. It's standard, it is fixed. 1 kg is fixed, and what is not fixed? The weight of fruits and vegetables. So this is what, this is measurement. Measurement is the method of comparing a known quantity and unknown quantity. Known is weight and unknown is, in this case, unknown is fruits and vegetables. So we are comparing both the thing, kg and the weight of fruits or vegetables or anything else. So that is measurement. Measurement is the method of comparing a unknown quantity with the known quantity of the same kind. We can't compare 1 liter and fruits. We can't do that, that we are adding 1 liter on one side of the balance and other on the other side we are putting the vegetables. We can't do that. So that's why it is said that same kind. Okay, because we buy different things in different quantities. We measure the length is in meters or kilometers. We weigh the things in kg and grams. We also weigh the things in, we also take things in liters, liquid things in liters, and many more units are there that we take. Foot is also there, cubit is also there. So all these are the units of measurement. So the known fixed quantity used in the measurement is known as unit. So the fixed quantity that is used in the process of measurement is known as unit. As in the case of kg1, kg is unit, centimeter is unit, meters is unit. Okay, so all these are different types of units. Second, for the time, seconds is the unit. So these are the fixed quantities and they are known as unit. Now in the previous in the early times, different types of, there was no fixed weight, there was no system of fixed weight. So people used to do it like this, only by the guessing method only. It was first cubit, means distance from here to the tip of your finger. From here to tip of your finger, it was 1 cubit. Okay, and this was hand span. From here to this finger, little finger to the thumb finger, it was hand span. 1 span it is. Now similarly, foot, from here to this heel to the toe, it was 1 foot. Okay, we also use these types of measurement till now, but it is not reliable. As we can say that I'm elder than you, so my hand span will be greater than as yours, yes or no, and yours will be small. So it can vary from person to person, so it is not reliable. So for that, different types of units are now accepted and they are known as standard units. So first of all, take your book and just measure it. We will do it like this with the hand span. So first we'll put 1 hand span and half hand span. So 1 whole hand span and 4 fingers. So what is the length of this book? 1 whole hand span and the 4. Earlier time we used to do like this. Now also under the fourth stamp, you must have seen small kids when they play cricket or any game, they do it like tip top. So they one foot, then foot, then foot. They said do it like this. So this is also the method of measuring the distances. So these are local methods. They are not universally accepted. They were used in the earlier times when there was no standard unit. So now there are two types of measurements are generally of two types, that is non-standard measurement. They are span, hand span, cubit, foot. All these are the non-standard of standard measurement because they are not fixed. It can vary from person to person, so they are not reliable. So they are known as the non-standard measurement. So it is the length of steps, arms, hand or finger of different person are different. Therefore, the distance measured with their help is not always reliable. These methods are therefore called non-standard measurements. These are cubit, foot, hand span. All these are the examples of non-standard measurement. Now let's see the standard measurement. What is the standard measurement? Standard measurement are these measures that are same all over the world are known as standard measurement. Means standard measurements are for same for all whole world. It is kg, centimeter, liters, etc. If it is 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams in India, so all over the world it will be same. 1 kg means 1000 gram only, not more than this or not less than this. So these are known as standard unit of measurement. Now when it was accepted, standard unit of measurement was accepted in 1960. It was accepted from whole over the world for the sake of uniformity, so that there should be a uniform pattern all over the world. So it was accepted in 1960 and it was known as SI unit. Standard unit, it was standard unit, so it was known as SI system, that is System International D units in French. It was known as System International D units. Full form of standard unit, System International D unit in French. Okay, and it was also known as the metric system. Now, so there is a different this SI unit for measuring the different things. For the length it is meter, for the mass it is kilogram, for the time it is seconds, and temperature it is Kelvin. For measuring the temperature the standard unit is Kelvin. For measuring the time the standard unit is seconds, and for measuring the mass it is kg, and for measuring the length it is meter. So these are the standard units of some items. So it is shown here. Units of for length, 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer equals to 1000 meter. 1 decimeter is equals to 1 meter. So 10 decimeter equals to 10 decimeter is equals to 1 meter. 100 centimeter equals to 1 meter. We can say 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter. Millimeter, 1 millimeter, or 1000 millimeter will be 1 meter. 1000 millimeter will be 1 meter. So as you all must have seen this scale. If you have scale, please take it out and check that. From 0 to 1. From 0, it is not visible in this. So you can take your scale out and check that. From 0 to 1. If you will count in between, there are 10 blocks. How many blocks are there? 10 blocks. That is what? What is that? That is millimeter. So when 1000 millimeter will will join together, they will form 1 meter. And similarly, when 100 centimeter will become from 0 to 1, it is 170, 1 to 2, it is 2 centimeter. Then similarly like this. So when 1 to 100 will form, they will become 1 meter. Similarly, different units are given here. Now, unit for mass is 1 kilogram, 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram, and 1 quintal is equals to how much? This we have studied in this 5th class also. 1 quintal is equals to 100 kgs, and 1 ton is equals to 1000 kgs. These big units are used for measuring the grains and all when we buy them in large quantities. Now, measuring length. Now we'll learn how to measure length for different things. Now, first of all, we'll if your scale is broken, sometimes what happens that our scale breaks from this side or from this side, any side. Okay, so if you have generally we take from the 0 side. If it is 0, if there is no 0 in your scale, by mistake it is broken or something like that. If we are simply measuring anything, we just do like this, put the 0 mark on the initial position, and the finally it will get 28. Like this we measure. But if your scale is broken, then what you will do? Then your measurement can vary. So it's better to listen. So if zero error correction will do, zero error and correct way to measure the length will study. Scale must be in contact with the object being measured. So first of all, whatever you are measuring, your scale should be in contact with that thing very properly. You can't do it like this. You can't measure things like this. No. For if you want to measure this pen, your pen should be on this pen very accurate. Like this you have to put, not like this. We can't measure things like this. Okay. If the scale are broken or the 0 mark is not visible, it can lead to zero error. So when the 0 mark is not there, so it can lead to an error known as the zero error. Then measurement from the different mark must be taken. So you just skip that 0 and start from whatever is provided. If you want to measure from 2, just take 2. And if you are measuring from 2, as you can see here in this scale, it is 1 centimeter, millimeter, and the correct way of measuring anything. Means if you want to take reading of anything, you can't do it from, I want to take from here, so I can't do it like this or like this. Whatever I'm measuring, it should be in front of my eyes, straight in front of my eyes. So as you can see here, correct one is, so if you will look from the front only, if you will look from the other side, it will not give you a correct measurement, and that incorrect measurement is known as the parallax error when we watch from this side or this side. So that is known as the parallax error, and when we watch from the front, it is correct type of measurement that will give you a correct measurement. So the correct measurement, the correct reading will be obtained by subtracting the value from the full marks. So if just suppose I don't have 0 in my scale, so I'll start from the 2 or whatever number you have correctly visible. So I'll start from 2, and its length is 15. Its length is 15. Its length is coming to be 15, and without 0, its length coming to be 30. So what I'll do, because I have started from 2, so I'll subtract 2 from this, I'll get the answer as 13. And now let's take with 0 only, so it is 13 again. So means what I have to do, when I'm starting from 2, so I have to subtract 2. When I'm starting from 3, I have to subtract 3 from the total measurement. So it's written here, the correct reading will be obtained by subtracting the value from the full marks considered as the 0. While measuring, the eye must be exactly above the point where the measurement is to be taken in order to avoid the parallax error. That means your eye should be in front of that. Correct measurement will be like this, not from this side or this side. That will cause an error, that will be known as the parallax error. So this is how you can measure the things. And next is the measuring length of the curved line. Measuring length of curved line, this we have done in the class 5th, also in maths we have done this. So if you want to see it, You can check from there also, and you can do this from here also. If I'm having this curved line, as you can see, this is a curved line and I have to measure it. So I can't measure it directly because it is curved from all the sides. So in that case, what we'll do, I'll take a thread and spread that thread along the length. As you can see, first of all, I'll measure from this to this. If suppose it is 10, then from this point to this point I'll measure. If it is again 10, so plus 10. Now from this point to this point, if it is 10, then 10, so it is 10. How much it is? Total 30. Like this we can do, means small fraction first we will add, then we will combine them together, and after that we'll measure the length of the thread, that is total length, that will be the total length. Now this we have done. That's all. This is all about the measurement, and next time we'll start with the this distances. Okay, types of distances, and about the distance we'll study. And the homework for you is to read the chapter very carefully. As I'm telling you again and again, you have to read the chapter very carefully. Till then, take care. Sai Ram.